Here we are. I'm always
Yep.
excited to cast Revolution. I will say that. These
Yeah.
guys are fun.
Yep. Also a team that likes to do the dual support. As every time I've seen them, at least they have had that. So same with BMG. It's gonna be a lot of action, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely makes for that. And yeah, Revolution, though, again, no one has a team that likes to maybe pick a different pick here and there. And most noticeably, Shadowblade carry is something that they tend to do. The Blitz support, even a Myrmidon support we've seen, things like that. We saw them play Scout carry
Is
last
this the team
cycle.
that runs
So.
the Bramble support, or is this on this?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Pexu plays it,
It's fun to
yeah.
see, I guess. Yeah. It's new,
Yeah.
I guess. Yep.
It's different.
Uh,
It's very different. But
I mean, going over the initial bands here, Screwy, or however you pronounce his name, SQ. I think I'm just gonna say banned out Trample and Clank. So I guess he does not want to play any of those heroes because those two heroes are first pickable, especially when you're Legion.
huh.
Usually do not ban those, and then you pick up either. So it's interesting. And Fusen sticking to the Behemoth ban here.
Yeah, it does seem like again Squirry is the I call him Squirry, by the way. So
Screwy,
that,
okay.
yeah. But he is a unorthodox carry player as far as again the heroes that he tends to play. So you're right. I mean, being first pick, you see the Tremble, you see the Clanks, but I guess just not his style, and just obviously makes a point if I'm not going to pick it, then I don't want them getting it, of course. So. Now, that's what you could say that maybe it does hurt them a little bit, knowing that where a typical Legion team may not ban those because they would pick it up, but clearly comfortable with that idea here. So we'll see what carry they end with in the end, if it maybe be that Swiftblade or not. So
Actually, the two last bans here, Screwy banning the Electrician. I think he wanted the Hellbringer, but Fusen picking up on that and then getting that out of the way. So
interesting.
nice to see.
Yeah, it's a nice counterplay coming out. Yeah, it's a smart heads up there. Ooh.
They pick up the Gladiator this time. All right. It's a Pyromancer. Okay, I guess that's either Root or Fusen on that. Don't think it's a core Pyromancer. Even though the hero has potential to be that kind of style.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he absolutely does. So, but yeah, maybe leaning more towards the support here, of course, so far with the heroes that they have, obviously, but that could change depending on what that final pick is. But yeah, seeing the Gladiator on the side. Now, actually, as we're saying this, you know what? Revolution was the team that ran the Jungle Gladiator. It was Pexu that played it.
Was it pulling creeps or just
No.
straight out level 1?
It was
Okay.
straight up jungling Gladiator, and it was weird.
All right.
But
Stacking small camp, I guess.
yeah.
Speculation, yeah.
But it worked.
I mean, he has a lot of range on his pitfall. So if you have a setup stun in your lane, so I mean, he can potentially roam around and set up kills as well from the jungle.
And that's what he did.
So it's not out of the way.
Yeah. It was fun to watch. I definitely remember that. Again, I forget it what the matchup was. There's so many of these games now, but I do remember that specifically. That's something that stands out. So I wonder if that's what we're going to see again here.
And also, leveling up showdown gives a lot of range to that. So, Nighthound.
I'm telling you can always count on these guys just for a fun pick. I love it.
Pharaoh on the other team. That's
Who
a combo
cares?
that we sometimes run is the Nighthound plus Pharaoh. I mean, the mummy waltz into the smoke cloud.
Oh, that's big, yeah.
Very powerful. Yeah.
That's
Basically a
strong
black hole.
synergy.
So
Now, Nighthound, good against Doctor. I mean, the silence is
Yeah.
definitely going to prevent him from obviously getting away easily. So,
for sure, that's also what stands out to me. I think that's why they picked it. I mean, Nighthound can carry with setup stuns on his team, which he definitely has in Gladiator and Magnus here.
absolutely. So, Squirry again getting Nighthound. So, yep, it's going to be that carry Nighthound here because that's just so routine. Is he playing the Teen Nighthound too? No, that's not. Okay, that's not. But still, BMG.
More pauses.
BMG loves today.
I think
Yeah.
Make has plans for today.
Yeah, I mean you can't blame
Yeah.
blame Revolution on the other hand. I mean this is their first series, so
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of line on the line here, so they can't. They have to just focus on their game, and if they have to talk over the lanes or if it's a technical issue or whatever, they have to fix that
yeah.
and get the game going.
I'm sure once that gets figured out, then they will we'll be moving on here. That was clever from Baltazar. But yeah, no, Nighthound, obviously being the carry Nighthound, there was when Nighthound, one of those 6 heroes that became introduced into tournament rules with the recent patch, and I was wondering which we're going to see, and Nighthound was definitely brought up as a possible suicide option because of the level 1 invis now, but that's never been a thing. I mean, we never have seen that yet, and I don't think we will. But
there's a lot of the heroes that can suicide, but it's just like, what does it bring to the table after 10 minutes, after 15, and even into the late game? Do you have an initiator as a stun, or do you have Nighthound is basically a damage dealing hero? If you don't have any farm on him, how are you gonna deal any damage is the question. So even though you have the levels, then you have to be like that roam oriented hero, which he definitely can be if you go suicide. But good teams usually just buy a ref void and then he's zoned out. So
yeah, it could be difficult.
Probably why you don't see the hero.
Again, going to be in the carry role here, though. But yeah, it also does look like that it is going to be a jungle gladiator. I mean, with how the lanes are setting up, I would think a Suicide Swift played. You got middle Rhapsody Magnus.
Yep, and then the jungle gladiator. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
how will work out here. I would assume into a double stun in mid, and a pitfall is all they need to kill whoever is in the mid lane.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be the Maraxes. Yep, Boxy actually going back to the offlane, it seems. That's interesting.
So, I wonder if BMG picked up on this Gladiator jungle. I wonder if they actually were aware of it or did their research or whatever you want to call it. Now, looking at the lanes and what they have, I guess you couldn't really see another thing happening. Or I guess they could be expecting a secondary support Magnus here.
Oh, Pharaoh ran into Nighthound. I don't know if he picked up on that. Yep, now he definitely has.
He's being blocked. He puts the mummy walls up, realizing that they're looking to dive him. This is going to be successful, most likely. Out comes a pitfall, an easy kill. So, Gladiator Pharaoh is a pretty strong combo, too. In this case, they happen to be on the opposite teams. Yeah, obviously got caught there, but yeah, pitfall on the mummy wall is pretty big.
But he did skill the pitfall now, so he doesn't have flagellation to farm with at level 1 here. But he did get the blood loss, so maybe that cancels out the negative from having the pitfall.
Is he actually jungling? I'm kind of second guessing now. No, yeah, I mean he has.
No, Magnus does not have a hatchet or a shield if he is mid.
That's what I'm wondering.
That's true.
But no, he is heading mid. Okay. It looks like.
That's Rhapsody gonna be. Rhapsody is bottom, so I'm not really sure about this item build on Magnus. You definitely want to get like a shield or something, or a hatchet to try and get some more last hits, especially if you're gonna solo against the potential dual lane here.
You look at this here. Now, again, glad that you mentioned. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
See, I think this is because he leveled up Pitfall, though.
Okay, so they let him get his level 2.
Yeah.
Alright. Then maybe Magnus is gonna stack a camper too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Well, we'll see if they keep this or not. Maybe, but...
Yeah. The knight's definitely hurting a bit, but I think he'll have it after this this creep here.
Come on. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, here comes Make.
Yep.
Got it.
Trash, yep.
So, yeah, Gladiator does hit level 2. He's going to get the flagellation again, though. We're going to mention Magnus. It looks like he'll probably stack at least the yellow camp here, and then we'll be good to go. The trolls are real. The trolls are absolutely real. But yeah, Revolution, I got to say, I would be lying, when the relegation matches happened for last cycle, and Revolution, of course, one of the two teams that played in it. A little bit of me was like, I kind of hope to see them back because this is a fun team to watch. And although throughout the group stages and stuff, obviously there's so many matches going on. I mean, I wasn't here last weekend, so maybe there was coverage of them. But this is the first time I get to see them here in Cycle 2. But it's great seeing new teams like this that managed to get into Diamond in the first place and obviously deserve to be here, but are not afraid to try different things and do things outside of the norm. And, it's a team like this that I really think almost has an advantage going into the new patch, where they're already doing different things constantly than a lot of the teams that they may have, that bit where they're already used to trying out crazy things. So I don't know if that does make sense. I mean, maybe it doesn't, but
yeah, it does for sure. I mean, definitely, I think these new teams that are coming up are definitely the teams that are playing a lot of hard right now, whereas some competitors are very set in their ways of playing this game and don't play as much. So when huge patches like this come out, it definitely helps the players that play the most, because they will learn and adapt to it the quickest. So that's yeah, it makes sense what you're saying.
Well, again, we see that here. The Carry Nighthound, the Jungle Gladiator. It's just some fun stuff here. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also like that they play what they think is best. I mean, what they're comfortable with. I mean, most of us competitors that have played for a long time, we have our things that we're comfortable with and our sort of metagame.
True.
But these guys, they haven't played that metagame for so long, so they play what they think is best. And, I like that.
Yeah. Bring some diversity in. So, okay, it is as expected here. Magnus does end up middle here, and Gladiator rotates in as he hits level 2. So, gonna keep an eye on his farm and how it progresses here. Baltazar, meanwhile, top lane, playing the Dr. Gamer, Dr. Repulsor here. Fun avatar there. Is Pharaoh? No, he's fine. Yeah, what about Nighthawk getting the level 1 invis? Was that actually... I guess it did. It set up the Bloodlust kill ultimately, and so that's where it was
I
good?
think that was the reason, yeah. To go
Okay.
scout, I think that was why he got it. It's definitely a gambling thing to do, because
Yeah.
you would definitely have more lane presence leveling up his other abilities down here. Right now, the invis doesn't do anything for him anymore.
Exactly, yeah. It's
So,
kind of pointless.
But I think it's also because it was up against BMG, and they expect them to usually come out here as 5 and Void, and then having the level 1 invis to scout out is pretty good.
Yeah, I have to double check there. I was pretty sure they took it away, but you make sure that he didn't get agility for leveling up the ultimate. But yeah, at level 1, you no longer get agility for that. Just the invis now. So, but it worked out. They got the Bloodlust kill, and you could definitely thank that with the scouting out of Pharaoh. So, good play there, and so he's going to pounce in, apply some harassment here. But guessing, yeah, his creep farm 13-1 start here for Nighthound, off to a very good start. As you would expect. Dr. Pulsion on the other side, 15-10. So Baltazar also having a very good time.
Yeah.
Carry roll here.
Actually, Swiftblade gonna get some of the pull up here. So pretty good for him if he could. Oh. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the big ones, but would have been good for him.
Yeah. Falls back before too much happens there. Ganal playing the Swiftblade, by the way. That is a new name. I don't know who I usually remember as their 5th, but I don't know if he's a ringer here or if he's actually maybe a roster change altogether, but interesting seeing that.
I must say, I'm not sure 100% who the main 5 players are. So.
Come on, Nier, why are you even on the cast? Thought you would have known that.
Yep, my bad.
No, but maybe one of those teams where they do have a larger roster, so maybe swapping in players. Whoever can make it or whatever the reason, but again, so far, still in some of those creeps out of the side, as you mentioned, on the pole camp, and he is level 3, so not doing too bad.
They are running onto the Gladiator here. He will probably catch him.
It's not
He
gonna
has
be.
Hellfire level 2. It could be a kill.
Is it a pitfall?
The
It's
slow
in
from Pitfall.
distance, yeah.
Okay. Oh, he runs back in.
Well, he has. Who's coming? Rhapsody. Yeah, that was silly. Pixie completely underestimated right there what Pharaoh was able to do. Meanwhile, the top lane, Feasting does go down, actually. That's big. Simply managed to get the kill.
Look at Boxy there.
And is he actually going to get away? Oh, my gosh.
He mummy walled and then walked down the cliff here. Oh, creeps.
What is happening? Are they going to kill him? Yes, they are. Neutral creeps back to the top lane. The Swiftblade is eventually found. So I was trying to watch both of those fights going on there. Ends up being a 1-for-1 at the top. But Swiftblade killed Moira before, so that's good news. But yeah, that was a little odd from Pexu there. As middle lane, Magnus goes down. Make too much damage in the end, so coming out on top for BMG there.
Yeah, the Legion team underestimating the damage from a Pyromancer. He also has a DD and the level 2 Hellfire. Well, I don't think Pexu expected that. But nice roam from Boxy with boots and maxing out Hellfire. Make mid lane.
Showdown to pull him back in, get some tower damage onto him. That's what they're hoping for. It's not going to be enough, though. They needed one more auto attack. Magnus stunned in 3 more seconds, but no, he's not going to chase because the bottle charge is coming out. And now Magnus actually needs to be careful. Oh, they see the Rev Ward. Beautiful from Root of Z. he happened to have it. Meanwhile, Boxy gets a kill bottom lane on Rhapsody. But Nighthound apparently can't do much. I mean, that's understandable. He really doesn't have a stun or anything like that, of course. So, and he should be fine, but there's some good pressure there. There's some odd things happening in this game.
For sure. BMG are playing so far Revolution in these engagements.
Yeah. Suicide Heroes, both teams managed to get a kill, so this the difference though, Boxy of course stays alive, whereas Ganal did die when he got his kill eventually. But yeah, big picture, Bad Monkey Gaming looking the better so far. 2,000 golden experience lead here. But again, Nighthound's the X factor. He's the one where it's okay, well, what kind of impact is a farming Nighthound going to have here?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, he definitely has potential to find those kills. I think he's looking to get the Nullfire Blade as quick as possible, and then start rotating up to gank something like a Dr. Repulsor here.
Is that the go-to item, you think, the Nullfire Blade?
Yeah, I think so. You need the Nullfire Blade on top of the Smoke Cloud to really get that kill.
Mm-hmm. It's strong.
I mean, he does have a lot of stuns on his team, but if he wants to walk around and get some solo kills, that's definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a better item for Nighthound.
I like how it scales with them, too, with the backstab. It relies on agility.
Yep.
And obviously you get plenty of agility from a Nullfire Blade, so yeah, it really does seem like an item that fits in very well.
Yeah, getting agility is almost like, if it gets one agility, it's almost like getting 2 damage.
Oh, he's
mid lane.
Middle lane, yeah, they are going in. Pitfall coming out, trying to save the day, go for the turn kills. Pyromancer goes down. Showdown on to Make here. Stomped now for another 4 seconds. He has the Matrax. He's not going to use it yet, though, and he will die in the end. He was trying to save it there, and he ends up
He was trying to
doing
stay near the creep, so Swiftblade couldn't ulti him. But that just made space for him, or time for Magnus to get another stun off. So that's nice rotations from Legion side.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Gladiator is working so far. I mean, they wouldn't have gotten those kills without both the Showdown and the Pitfall there. Both abilities proving useful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's. I do remember again the time we did see this before. He was very active. Bottom lane, Pharaoh. Mummy Wall is up. More Illusions killed very quickly right there, but here comes more axes. They want Nighthound, of course, and they're going to chase after him. He is dusted, and that will secure the kill. And now they're turning their attention to Rhapsody, who is very likely. No, the stomp just out of range. Make mistimed it there. Going for the turn kill now on Pharaoh as Gladiator comes in. Call to arms, the good combo coming out. Hits Moira as well. Moira's also going to fall on top of this, and now Make, he needs to be careful himself. Remember that call to arms buff? It's doing a lot of work here. Rhapsody is going to fall, though, as she goes down. But again, you can just really see how much mitigation comes from it again.
I mean, Nighthound actually tried to blink onto the Rhapsody, but the Hellfire canceled him. Oh, it's actually just not done here.
Apparently not. Magnus, he gets stunned just before, but it doesn't matter. Lava Surge comes in. And, yep, is enough. As actually, here comes Nighthound. Yeah, it comes back in. And snipes the kill. So, I guess with that happening actually at the very end is not too shabby for Revolution. Could have been worse.
Actually, the Gladiator's doing work in these fights, actually. All the engagements, it's working out for them, this pick.
That's what I'm telling you, man. It was fun to watch. He is very active, as you would expect, with a roaming Gladiator. Or a jungle Gladiator, even, so. Nighthound, he didn't buy back, did he? No, that was just resurrecting. Okay. I was had to double check that.
I feel like he should have some more items.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to check in here. Yeah,
okay.
He is going for the Nullfire, so I like it.
Yeah, being delivered out here. So, going to have that being worked on, at least for the time being. How about Dr. Repulsor? Baltazar's been very quiet up here. I feel like he is 1-0-0, but 430 gold per minute, so that's why.
It's interesting to see that he hasn't TP'd down bottom in those engagements.
Look at this. Showdown, pull him in. There's the pitfall.
Yeah.
You can't get... Oh, but he managed to mistime it. That's a big, unfortunate mistake.
I think that would have been a kill here.
Oh, yeah.
500 HP, yeah, it would have been for sure.
That was an easy kill with the call to arms coming in, too.
Not easy to use onto something like a Dr. Repulsor. You have to time it perfectly.
Yeah, you don't get that window of, oh, well, at least he
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just outside the radius, but yeah, he could fly away right away. So, Meanwhile, middle lane, they're trying to kill more Axis now. In comes the Wrath of the Pharaoh from Pharaoh. Swiftblade spinning right on top. Pitfall that will connect, though. There's the kill, and now Moraxis also in trouble. As one auto attack away, gets a flagellation. Yep, got the angle right there. And
Again, they wouldn't have gotten those kills without the Gladiator, so
Yep.
it's really doing work.
Yeah, he's 340 gold per minute, but that's mostly hero kills. 3, 1, and 5. Coming
Sure.
out for
It's a
him,
very
so.
action-packed game so far.
Yes, it is.
It definitely benefits the Legion side, I think. Oh, Doctor getting active now.
Well, that might be a mistake. In comes, that's a smoke cloud. Wow, that's a funky animation right there. Actually, I haven't seen the skin, but anyways, takes out Baltazar as he flew in to go for what he thought was a free kill on a Rhapsody. That's something. I think that's a case of no one plays against Nighthound in a competitive tournament at least. So
I agree with you. He did not expect that. He thought he had a sure kill, and yeah, they turn it around with the smoke cloud, and the Rhapsody's done.
And that's as we were both agreeing on. I feel like that's why they picked up the Nighthound too, because it's great against a Doctor Repulsor. The radius of it's 425. It's a lot of smoke that you have to run out of before you can actually use your abilities. So great for helping to lock down the Doctor Repulsor, amongst other things. Middle lane, there's a jump on a Rhapsody, by the way. I think Magnus might just want to let her die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty dead, so decides it's best not to go for it.
Yeah, you have to be very careful every time you're facing a Pharaoh as a support when you try and go out and void. You basically don't have you can't really cross the river. You will die for that.
No Fireblade, I think is finished actually. Yeah, it is being delivered here for Nighthound. So good pickup for him again. 420 plus gold per minute now, and yeah, Baltazar going down a little bit. Remember that gank bottom lane obviously backfired, so that slowed him down. However, back into the jungle he goes, and gonna continue to get right back on up there. How's the portal key progress coming? It looks like Moraxis is just about there.
It's possible that we're gonna see a Swiftblade rotate bottom now and Nighthound to be a lot more active, but yeah, maybe not here. He's gonna keep farming.
Gladiator, Veiled Rot. He's running around here. Looking to... Oh, he actually had an Invis rune too, so I'll just pop that here. Gonna see about trying to maybe set something up middle lane. Now you do see
Something's
Pharaoh's
gonna happen in
nearby.
the mid here.
Yeah, Pharaoh's waiting for the counter.
Gladiator's actually running all the way top here.
Oh,
Moira's gonna die here. Swift ulti is in the use here.
Oh, jeez. Spin just in range. Okay, I thought he was gonna be out of range actually, but nope, gets the kill.
Nice find from Ganal here. As he's called. Good kill.
Yeah.
It's a case where, I mean, you have potential to get out there with Moira if you're lucky enough when you get out of the ultimate to be fire with.
Oh, Magnus jumped right as Dr. Pulsar was going for him, and now Doctor, he's going to end up dying. The smoke cloud is down. Again, need to be careful with that. Mummy Wall goes up. They catch Nighthound actually, but he leaps to a creep. In comes the protective Melody as well, just in case to save the day. And now Moraxis in the midst of it all. May kill Rhapsody, but at what cost here? Trying to run away now. Might be fine as actually Nighthound. He is pretty low on life, so doesn't want to commit too much. He's going for Pharaoh, though. That's a kill to Pharaoh. Big pitfall indeed, and a genocide out of nowhere, it feels like, for Revolution. What a fight for them. And the lead is pretty damn big now at 14 minutes coming up.
Yeah, huge fight for them. I also think that's really about how you have to use a Gladiator. You have to fight early on because that call to arms is so strong. Huge AoE, and I mean, especially the synergy with the Magnus line stun to land those pitfalls, and on top of a call of arms, especially with the changes to it, so you don't have to position yourself in order to hit it where you want to. You can just click any place you want, and that's where it's gonna hit.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and we did talk about that, Gladiator in the upcoming patch is actually getting toned down a little bit on the ultimate, so
oh, okay.
I believe it was.
That's a shame.
Knowing that it's maybe a little strong, as we have kind of been seeing today. It's sure enough, today's kind of been an example of that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's anything
I
too
mean,
big.
I really like it. Yeah. I hope it's not too big of a nerf to him.
Yeah,
I really enjoy watching this unfold. I mean,
Absolutely.
I think it's a good buff to the hero.
I don't think it's going to be enough to deter people from picking it up if they are already. I'll put it that way. But yeah, I forget exactly what the changes were. Meanwhile, top lane, they were trying to set up on a Swiftblade, but they realized, I guess maybe they saw the support in their Nighthound or something just kind of gave them the cue to fall back, actually.
Gladiator actually picks up an astrolabe here,
Oh, yeah.
so that's good for the team fights.
Huh.
And with Swift and Nighthound on your team, I mean, you don't need to be the right-click hero, so it's okay. Keeping up the aggression with an astrolabe is good.
And he's looking for an opportunity at the top lane. Look at this.
Yeah,
They really want to
really
collapse.
scouting. Double smoke here.
Man, they're just
Swift
being
in
very
using his
patient.
spin. That's also... it's really baiting. I mean,
Yeah. It's almost obvious.
yeah.
It's like, wait a second. Okay, they're going to get him poking
Just
out right
showing.
here. They really want to jump him. How deep will they go before they know that they're caught? What a pitfall right on top of the stun initially. Now out comes the Arcane Vortex. Can he get the smoke cloud out in time? Here comes a call to arms. Yes, they can. The lockdown is real. Too much damage to handle. They both go down. More access. It's a hat trick for SDSD with the eruption. That's a quad kill. What a fight once again for Revolution, and they're getting out of control now. Here in game number 1. I mean, that was setting up for so long.
Yeah,
And it
was.
eventually works.
It's usually a good Moira ulti like that, but what it did was actually set up a perfect Gladiator call to arms there. So actually backfired, but initially actually saving the Doctor. If he was able to point out after that, it would have worked out, but
Yeah.
instead they turn it around with the Gladiator ultimate.
That's an easy secondary tower kill as well. So, man, Bad Monkey Gaming finding themselves in a deep hole
Yeah.
here in game 1.
I don't
And-
think I've seen Revolution play this well, actually. This is
Yeah.
nice to see.
Again, yeah, I mean, they only got 1 point in Cycle 1. They only managed a tie in Cycle 1, maybe 2 points, but actually I think it was 2 or 3 points. But anyways, here they are, only 1 point so far. That's what kind of surprises me. I don't know, like whenever we've watched them on Honcast, they've actually played pretty well in the end. Maybe just coming up short. So I feel like even their record is less of what we should expect from them. Now, as we're talking about this, you see BMG actually finding a couple of big kills right here, but are they call to arms? Okay, it is going to secure it, and that will be the end. So,
It's a much needed pick off there that they got. Starting off with getting the Mirax or the Magmas with a stun into the Moira Menace Hunter. So it's nice pick offs. They needed that.
yeah.
But Makao staying is welcome.
Oh. Yeah, he gets caught in the middle lane again. 9-down factor coming into play. Bottom tower goes down there. Swiftblade pushes it in. In the meantime, he actually gets a Firebrand pickup, so gonna try to build a pseudo carry build here.
I think we're gonna see a Shrunken Head on Nighthound into something like a Wingbow. Would be good here for him.
Wingbow for Nighthound?
Nighthound,
Okay.
yeah. Shrunken Head into something
Shrunken
like a
into
Wingbow.
Wingbow,
Maybe
okay.
a Firebrand, but yeah, Shrunken first. Then he's gonna be almost unstoppable in all these fights. He can man up everywhere. They do not have the right click to kill him when he gets the Shrunken Head.
Yeah.
At least not at this point.
I was trying to think of something. What about something like a Brutalizer? I mean, I guess it's not as hard carry-like, but
It's definitely also an option, but I think if he survives, I mean, Shrunken Head into Brutalize is also okay. Because he has a lot of agility, so he hits fast, and of course the chances to bash someone is increased
Yeah.
in that way.
well, you got bottom lane setup coming out.
Maybe
This
setting
is
up here. Yeah.
guess what it is? It's bait. He did this before.
They did a top lane, but
Yeah.
BMG are in the vicinity here. There's a good ward here from the Legion side on top of the hill here. And BMG does not know that, so... oh, Magma's channeling Russian.
Oh, he stuns in. That's a dead Pyromancer. And actually, after the side, Morax is going to go in. Is this going to work out, though? I don't think it is. Well, they get the one kill on a Swiftblade, but now here comes more. Dr. Pulsar flying around. Smoke Cloud is down. Moraxis, he's going to fall. The stun on a Dr. Pulsar. Actually, I don't think they're going to have enough damage, though. And yeah, he will ludicrous speed away. So that's what I was worried about for them, is that they were fighting into a trap right there, essentially. And it works out once
The idea
again.
was good. They did kill the Swiftblade before he used any abilities, so that was good for them. But Nighthound is doing a lot of damage and a lot of work in these fights. I mean, he soloed the Miraxis almost. He does a lot of damage to them. The Swiftblade is not the highest priority target for them, as it is right now.
Nighthound, the level 2 Noah Fireblade, 2,600 gold saved up, so we'll see what he does choose to go for next year. I'm very intrigued also with this Gladiator. I mentioned the Astrolabe build he went for.
Yeah.
Right here.
He might even go for something like a tablet because against a Pharaoh, having one tablet. Magma Spire bought one, so I like that. But might also, they might get two. It's not unheard of that Pharaoh catches more than one guy, so
Yeah. Double tablets,
Definitely a good item.
never a bad thing. I think like a Storm Spirit though on him actually could be good too because actually the move speed in a Gladiator,
For
especially
sure.
in this role, is pretty good. Also, for setting things up like the pitfall if he needs it for whatever reason. So.
And in case that the Swiftblade or Nighthound gets caught like last time, he's able to save them, and they can turn from that. So for sure, that would be a good pickup.
But he's going the wrong choice, and he's going tablet.
Going to tablet, it seems.
You see BMG getting an aggressive ward of sight down here. I mean, I'm sure that they understand that they might be a bit behind here, but try not to let that phase them too much. Dr. Repulsor still working on recovering here. He has the icon on the Goddess, and 1,400 gold saved up. No charges on the icon currently.
Oh, even Rhapsody has a blink and a Mighty Blade here, so he's going for a Shrunken Head here eventually. I would like to see him pick up a power supply before he buys anything else. It's always good to have, especially on a hard support.
Portal Key, Mighty Blade at 21 minutes.
Yep, into Striders, yeah.
Fizz Maestro liking life here as a support player. They're going to run past a ward of sight as they're setting up middle, so BMG pretty aware of this. Oh, that was very close.
Nice reactions from Balthazar there, yeah. That would have cost him a tier 2 tower for sure if he died there.
You know what? Oh, does he have a bound eye? Is that why? Okay, that makes more sense, yeah. I was going to say they should have let Nighthound go in and open because Magma's going to stun in there quickly, but that's the bound eye coming into play. So it's a very smart pickup, of course, to have that. Against this Legion side, not only Nighthound, but it seems like it's Steam Bath, obviously.
Looks like they're going to try and push high ground here.
Are they? Yeah, they were thinking about maybe going bottom, but no, now they go in. Actually, Dr. Repulsor, he gets comboed. He can buy back if he dies right here. The smoke cloud, it is going to be enough. Call to Arms comes out. Protected Melody in the midst of it all. It will be canceled immediately, but everybody stays well alive here on the Legion side. Maybe see some life drop after the Call to Arms falls off, but not much.
Yeah. Revolution saw 1 or 2 heroes bottom, and then they just went for the Dr. Repulsor. I mean, Moira and Pyromancer was not near the vicinity to do anything for Dr. Repulsor there. So a nice catch from them. And that's gonna be Rax.
That's BMG. They are continuing to be in a very, very tight spot here as far as what they can do now. I mean, obviously remaining dead the whole time. Oh no, okay. Thought Nighthound canceled his TP for a second, but no, he did not. He had the Shrunken Head in that fight, as we saw, and that goes bottom. Another 2,600 gold just about saved out. Frostburn on Swiftblade. The bigger and better items coming.
Yep, and he's almost 16 as well. Getting those 3 extra bounces on this ultimate is a big deal. And yeah, it's looking very good for them.
The Doctor comeback. I mean, what do you do if you're this Doctor here? I guess the Hellflower is obviously... Well, I don't know. Is it a Hellflower
Yeah,
thing?
but you kind of need a Shrunken Head so you don't die in a smoke cloud as well. So, but at the same time, that's not damage output, which you also really need right now when you're so far behind. I mean, a lot of things has to go right for you to win a fight. Of course, they do have squishy heroes. Nighthound is squishy in itself, and so is Swiftblade. So if they catch them and get the burst onto him, Pyromancer ulti and his burst new potential is still there. So the Hellflower could also be the way to go.
Yeah. I think it might be at that case of just gotta go a little risky here.
Exactly.
This is quite the lead right now for Revolution, obviously. So see Dr. Repulsor doing what he can here at the bottom. 2,100 gold saved up, so I'll get an idea here shortly when he may choose to go for. But Revolution kind of resetting here a little bit. They got 27 hero kills in 24 minutes, so obviously they've been very active here in this game, and gonna continue that here shortly as a bound eye on Swiftblade is roaming around with it, seeing about... When he ran past a ward of sight, I guess looking for something else though. He is Veldrotted. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Nope, that's an illusion down here. At the bottom lane, that's a real Pyromancer. Snideout knows. Okay.
3 hits.
I'm pretty sure he saw him and then he was looking around for others just in case, and then he just killed him.
Oh,
middle lane. That's a big fight again. The call to arms on top of the Swift Slashes. And again, the coordination is just on point here from Revolution.
I mean, fighting against the Gladiator and when you're behind, that's not fun. It seems, I mean, they can't kill anyone. when that call to arms buff is on them.
Yeah. And, oh, by the way, it's a nice 1-second stun that also deals 400 magic damage currently. So, yeah, it's just an ability that all comes together very nicely. And I know that there was definitely, Znui, he's been a big advocate ever since the changes happened. I really wanted to see him more and more. And I think we're kind of getting like that obvious information today, if it wasn't very clear already, that yes, this is actually a potentially strong hero in the right
Moira got
hands.
his blink here.
Look at that, he smoke clouded himself right there as, jumping in the background with the eruption, gets the kill on a Pyromancer. Makes that happen. Magnus running away. You did see Moira with the portal key. Maybe going to set up an Arcane Vortex right here, protect the Melody. It's going to still go off despite getting pushed back. And Magnus stuns in. You see Moira off to the side. She's still trying to find an opportunity, finally. They're going to come right out of it, though. Nighthound, is he going to get a catch? Yes, he is. A nice stun right there with the Lava Surge. Dr. Pulsar flies in. No buybacks happening, but that's because they're conceding and might as well move on to game 2, they say. Well, that was a performance.
Definitely. If I'm to name an MVP, it's Pexo on this Gladiator. He did a lot of work for his team early on and throughout the game with those ultimates and pitfalls, they were on point. It was fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That was, again, it called it going into it. It hit me, and sure enough, we did end up seeing it. We had seen it before with these guys, and yet again, it works out. Both games, I got to say, the Jungle Gladiator has worked out very well for them, at least here on Honcast. And see, that's the thing, too. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's just whenever they're being casted, they just turn it on even more. Because with the record, it seems like you look at just on paper and the matches we don't cast, like they don't do too well when it comes to records. But hey, being casted here, they now won 1-0 against BMG in a pretty dominating victory, really. So we'll see what they have for game number 2 now. What fun hero!
Impressive performance here.
Was indeed. All right, so we got that final game though, guys. We have made it to the final game of the day of Revolution versus Bad Monkey Gaming here. This will be to determine, well, whether or not they'll get the sweep or we'll split the series. And BMG especially, the team that we're looking at here, because another loss here, and then depending how things play out tomorrow, it could possibly mean relegation match for Bad Monkey Gaming. And that would be something. The defending Season 3 champions, going to relegation here in Cycle 2. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out, though. Still plenty matches to be played before we know for certain what the deal is there. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, though. Game 2 and the final game of the day coming up next here on Honcast.